This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime in association with Micromax.
Hi, and thanks for watching On Art. I'm Anu Subramanian. Tonight, we go inside where art can serve science. We hear about what's new on Mojarto.com and tell you some upcoming art events in your area. After that, we'll hear a musical performance from Antari Pazarika and Surya Prakash, who you might know from YouTube. This is On Art. We've explored the ways that art and science come together on the show, but recently we learned more about the ways that art can help, even serve science, especially health. At Koj Art Space in New Delhi, a residency was held exploring this exact topic. And through it, we found out the future of wellness, which includes urban pigeon roosts, assisted breathing, and perhaps help from some robotic arms. The body is teeming with artistic material. From birth to death, we are pulsing with tiny miracles. Moments of extraordinary precision. But health can also be dangerous when our bodies turn against us, when we cannot control our behavior. Or, perhaps, when artificial intelligence controls our systems. Koj, a Delhi-based art space that hosts a variety of residencies, recently took this on with its art and science residency called The Undivided Mind.
In 2015, we decided that we wanted to revisit the topic of art and science, and it's actually quite a difficult subject to work with because there still are not very many artists across the globe, especially not within India, who are interested in looking at art and science in the way that we really want to push new boundaries, open up new conversations, and start to look at both the scientific process and the creative process in new ways. And then we decided to revisit it this year with another subtopic of health.
The works approached health, wellness, and the way we might one day be aided by robotic limbs.
Mental health is, of course, a hugely important issue and one that has often been addressed through art. Environmental health has been something that we have had an interest in for many years, and so that has always been something that's been at the tip of our tongues and something that we want to continue to push and investigate and explore as there's more and more interest in climate change. And we just think that artists can actually respond to some of the issues that we're facing globally in a way that's really, really abstract and nuanced, and we want to provide a space for people who are working on those issues to really engage with a public in a different way. And then finally, the third topic of health that we're looking at is extraterrestrial health. And for us, that's an area that we find a little bit more playful, where we invite artists to get a little more creative and start thinking about life in the future. So in this residency, you will see that some of the artists have responded quite directly to health, mental health, physical health, environmental health, extraterrestrial health. But they've also deviated from it significantly, and that's something that's equally important.
And these deviations reached far beyond the traditional confines of health, of the body. This is Alexei Buldakov, a Russian artist exploring our relationship to nature. At Koj, he built a complex urban pigeon roost.
So his interest is really actually in animals that aren't really belonging to an environment, and he's been very closely studying feral cats and pigeons because he sees those as two particular species that are typically unwanted in society. They don't have any, let's say, use value like cattle might have.
Alexei sees his exploration as part of a long history of the scientific and artistic processes converging.
Art and science has at least one common method. In terms of methodology, it's observation. Observation. This is what scientists do the best, and artists are also capable to observe things, but gain more like sensitive experience.
Polish artist Tyszka Samborska took observation one step further. She created a bodysuit made of the bacteria and fungus that populates our insides, then wore it around Delhi's Khidki extension. As you might expect, the response was fascination, disgust, and fear.
Like, especially people, they think that their body is holy, it's a temple, it's beautiful, and it's pure, and it's saint. So they don't want to even think that there's something disgusting inside, that maybe there's something, some mold or something, some decompositions going on inside. So they think that what's outside is exactly the same thing inside. And it's not true, because we're just disgusting, we're just animals.
Mohan Polomar and Vivek Muthuramalingam posed a revelatory thought experiment. What if we had 2 more arms? How much easier would our lives be? What would our silhouettes look like, our clothes? Not only did the two create a photo series imagining the new future, they even built a responsive robot, one whose 2 arms could one day be a part of us. The aid of additional robotic arms, they believe, is a certainty for our future. The point where art and science come together is perhaps not explored enough. But here, we also learned about the way that art can aid science, advance health.
In a conversation with a cancer surgeon from the nearby Max Hospital, he explained to me what a challenge it is for him and people from his practice to address sensitive issues, to address challenging topics such as women's health, women's sexuality, physical health, mental health from their point of view. And he finds it very difficult. And I think he just thought that the medium of art could make some of those difficult questions so much more approachable, make it more sensitive, more nuanced, more abstract. And we've seen that many times with artists. The work that they do, it makes it possible to talk about topics that somehow are taboo, somehow can't be talked about in an everyday conversation, but through another medium, through something that's visual, something that's descriptive, something that takes away the challenge, something that has that kind of breaking point, you can actually start to have these very difficult conversations.
While that Coj exhibition is now closed, there are tons of opportunities to see great art just like that all over the country. Want to know about a few? Here are your upcoming events for the week. Delhi, I Paint My Dreams is a new art exhibition at the Convention Center foyer. It's a group show featuring artworks by Rashmi Mahanta, Nidhi Rathi, and Meena Srinivasan. Mumbai, Drut, a Sumit Nagdev dance arts production is coming up Friday, June 10th at 8:30. In a span of 50 minutes, watch the elements of live music, drastic rhythm changes, and reverse choreography bring the concept of time transition through space to life. Bengaluru, on June 11th at 6:30 p.m., you can see Anil Srinivasan live in Koramangala. Hyderabad, a new stand-up comedy show called Relationship or Relationshit featuring Apurv Gupta is coming on June 5th. The show will hopefully answer some questions about your own love life. And finally, Delhi, don't miss the European Union Film Festival. Going on until June 19th, it's going on across Delhi from the British Council to Instituto Cervantes to the India Habitat Center to India International Center. The European Union Film Festival is in its 21st year, and it's always showcasing the best of European cinema in India. Do check out one of these events in your area. And if you have an event that you want us to share, then let us know. Email onart@ndtv.com with details of your upcoming event, and we might just put it on the show. But for now, we're going to take a quick break, and you should too. On Art, we'll be right back.